what's up? This is Udolena from Udolena Digital, and today we're gonna talk about TikTok and TikTok ads. Welcome to my channel. Be sure to subscribe. My name is Udolena and I'm here every Sunday coming up with a new video. My topics are pay-per-click advertising with Google Ads, Facebook ads, and other social medias, as I'm going to talk today about TikTok. I am a Google employee, however, everything that I'm sharing in this blog, in this vlog, is my own personal opinion and my own reflection of things coming from my own experience as an advertiser. So what is TikTok? TikTok is an app. Basically, there is a Chinese version called Douyin. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. There is this Chinese app which has a lot of users, and then in 2017 the company that owns Douyin, it's a company called ByteDance, they acquired another app called Musical.ly. I've heard first about Musical.ly from Gary Vee, who kind of knows what he's talking about. So the moment he mentioned Musical.ly, like pay attention to Musical.ly.
On this episode, we talk Musical.ly.
Like, okay, interesting. And yeah, he was right. So Musical.ly got acquired by ByteDance, the parent company of Douyin and TikTok. So they had an external version for outside of China called TikTok, but once they acquired Musical.ly, they revamped TikTok and it launched in its today's version, and it started getting popularity. The ball started rolling. That was just a couple of years ago. Now TikTok is growing like crazy, and this is why it is getting a lot of attention in the media, a lot of attention by marketers. So let's dissect exactly what this app is doing. It's a very simple app. When you open it, you come to a home page which is called For You, and this page shows you videos which are for you based on machine learning, which is pretty accurate. I just challenge you to try it. You don't have to have an account in order to see the video. So that's one very unique part of it. So there is no account needed. You can just launch it the way it is, kind of like Twitter, where you can consume content without being a Twitter member. You can also consume videos on TikTok. And there are these silly videos. It's basically musical background, maybe like less than a minute, of some kind of famous song, a lot of hip hop, a lot of movie scenes, and people react, kind of redo their own dancing, they do their own kind of little sketch, joke around the background about what they're telling them. There's the really funny ones on Despacito, for example, you can watch, and basically that's it. And then you can comment, you can like, you can follow their hashtags. So pretty much the similar components that you have seen across other social medias. It's very easy to follow, very easy to interact, and you don't need an account. Only if you want to interact, then you will have to be asked to get an account. Actually, the moment I tried to create an advertising account, I realized that I don't actually have any account for TikTok. That's how intuitive and how easy the consumption on this platform is. What's really interesting about TikTok, together at the moment with Douyin, the Chinese version, they have 800 million monthly active users in 2019, which is significant. I mean, they are the platforms with billion users, but they are right behind them, and they've been there for just a couple of years. Like, they relaunched after the acquisition of Musical.ly in 2018, and it's been like this huge growth over the last years. Interestingly, this growth happened a lot in 2018. So there were 663 million downloads in 2018. Just for the comparison, Instagram had 444. So this was bigger than Instagram. So it's really getting popularity and getting a lot of traction amongst young audiences. This growth came mainly in India. So 44% of the unique installs were in India. So here we have 44% of the audience is in Asia Pacific, 12% in North America, but still a lot of interest from marketers, mainly from marketers rather than from teenage audiences. But I know that America is kind of always like on what's coming new. And this is not an American app, this is a Chinese app. So it's getting a lot of attention and a lot of suspicion as well. In Europe and Middle East, the app is not very big. It's about 11% in total for this big region. So in Germany and France, they have about 4 million users, and this is kind of the highest you can get in the region. It's not hugely popular. There's some usage in the UK, but it's still kind of emerging, and it's not that well known in our regions. When it comes to ages, it's really young. So 48% of the audience is below 24. And then you have some weirdos between 25 34 which are watching it, about 30%, and everybody, right, all the rest is older. It's very small percentages, probably just advertisers trying to figure out what this platform is, like some senior marketers or the parents of the children trying to see what's going on. There have been some serious investigations about TikTok, and the fact that it's a Chinese company already brings some suspicions in surveillance. Are they spying on the American teenagers? Are they spying on the West? Are they spying on everybody who's using the app? How do they use their data? It's kind of like iffy type of communication. There is also some issues that were raised by Washington Post on how come Twitter was really big on the protests in Hong Kong. There were people posting a lot about it, information, discussing, whereas there was zero information on TikTok, and TikTok has huge popularity in Asia Pacific. So they were asking if there is any kind of censorship on the platform. Of course, TikTok declined, said like people are coming here just to watch funny videos and be silly. They don't want to think about protests. And they might be right, who knows. There's also some concerns about the content. So it's very fresh, very unique. A lot of very young people are doing the content, and sometimes it's sexually suggestive, sometimes it's funny. So you see a lot of comments which can be quite dirty, and many of them are actually on videos created by underage people, like 14-15-year-olds, which can be pretty scary. So there is a lot of concern about that, and of course about brand safety. So there were some videos from the Islamic State. Of course, they were taken down, but it's still kind of questioning how well and how fast can TikTok react, because they didn't spot them. It was the Wall Street Journal who spotted the videos. So how fast they are in catching like these bad players, these people trying to seduce children, these people trying to put inappropriate content on the platform, is still kind of not sure how well the company is dealing with these questions, or whether they're just focusing on getting growth at this point. So we talked a little bit about the authenticity factor with TikTok, and this is something that young audiences have valued immensely. There is this kind of feel now that with a lot of big platforms like YouTube, for example, and Instagram, it's no longer possible to become viral, to make some real impact. You can just post video which nobody will see. It's just so hard to make it through the rankings. Like, you can just have an account and nobody follows you, and this kind of makes young people miserable, because like they want this popularity. And algorithms of TikTok have made it much easier for anyone without much effort, to actually become viral purely on the base of their content, on the fact that they are funny. It's just more discoverable, more fun type of content, and more easy to make. So all the videos on TikTok which you watch are homemade with a phone. There's no special preparation. There's no this kind of like long formats like here on YouTube, where you have to basically do your own camera speaking, you have to bring up some content, you have to organize your own music. It's just like almost like a full-time production gig, which is not the case with TikTok, where you have the ready music. It's already copyrighted, so you can just play your thing on the music background. And TikTok is bringing this fresh element where you can be just quirky and do some kind of really silly thing at home. You don't need a special studio, you do it just with your phone, and you can still get a lot of popularity, which actually young people are very keen on. And then there is huge engagement. So the people who are watching TikTok, it's just easy for them to interact. It's extremely user-friendly design. It's really beautiful app. and makes it very, very easy, the communication. So I think these are the main unique points which made TikTok so far a big success. Let's see how it continues. Relatively, it is still a small portion of the time which people spend on different apps. I looked at a lot of different surveys which kind of contradict each other, but it shows that TikTok is kind of like in the list, and sometimes about 2% of the total pie of social media time spent on apps in different countries. However, there was one study which showed that actually when we look at the time spent on the mobile app, comparing only social medias within a certain month in the United States, actually was second after Facebook, which can be very, very interesting. So what kind of ad formats you can have on TikTok? So now at the moment they are still testing ads. It's still available only through an account manager. You must have like a direct sales representation, but they're testing also self-service, so they're trying to enter kind of wider markets. And the most popular format is in-feed video. So very similar to the bumper ads or to the in-stream YouTube video ads. If you want to see this, there is a video that they did about video ads on YouTube. But basically it's very, it's kind of like very simple one, basically just an image or a video, and there is a CTA button. So I have seen some for apps, so they can lead directly to the iOS or to Google Android store. So you can just advertise mobile products. I think what's interesting is the hashtag challenge, which now brands have been taking a lot of advantage of. So hashtag challenge is similar to what there have been such challenges also on Instagram, where let's say a brand decides to give some kind of challenge. Let's say Taco Bell did a challenge with one of their employees, showed in a video on Instagram how he has this unique way of closing salad. So he has flips the lid and it just lands exactly on the salad, and he's like really fast with it. So they did this challenge actually on TikTok. They said like, can you do this? And people started posting videos how they try this technique and like how they are doing it, like with music and like very, very silly things. But it engaged a lot of people posting and sharing videos with this challenge. There was also another one by Kroger, which is an American supermarket. So they did like a back to school campaign, very clever, exactly with the audience that they have on TikTok, with young people, students coming to empty dorms. They kind of go to Kroger and they buy all the stuff and just put it on the new place where they started living. So this kind of videos made a lot of noise for the brand. Something very interesting is the hashtag challenge plus, which allows, basically you have a page with the hashtag for the brand, and on this page you can have an area which is called Shop Now, where you have products from this retail which you can buy directly on TikTok, so without leaving the app. So there is an e-commerce possibility, which is very interesting. This is something Instagram has been experimenting, but it seems that TikTok is coming out of nowhere with kind of ready, more or less ready e-commerce solution. I mean, it's early to say so, but it already shows some very interesting direction. Then there is brand takeovers and lenses. So basically you can pay to, take over the homepage of TikTok, or to create some kind of lens which users can, kind of like the filters on Snapchat, where you can use some kind of lens related to the brand and share the post on TikTok. So these are very similar to other formats that we've seen. There is also the TikTok Ad Network, or TAN. Not exactly like Google Display Network, but it comprises of several platforms, including TikTok. So there is Hello, Vigo, TopBuzz, and News Republic, which are all owned by ByteDance, the mother company, and they're hugely popular in APAC. Some of them are in India, Hello and Vigo. I think News Republic is in Taiwan. but they are not very big in Europe, so you wouldn't know them if you're from the United States or Europe. They're quite targeted to these markets. But if, let's say, you're interested in penetrating these markets with your advertising, this could be a good option for you. So this is all from me for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video, like it. Please share it with friends. Comment in the description if you want to learn a little bit more about me. There is a few links you can check out. I have a book called How to Advertise Like a Social Media Agency, where you can see a lot of information about Facebook ads and Instagram ads. Please subscribe to this channel, and I see you on next Sunday.